Rachel Magnone, and straight ahead on WVU News, I'll tell you how Morgantown law enforcement are trying to create a relationship between them and the students.
Coming up on WVU News, with more snow ahead of us, how do you know if it's safe to drive on the roads? I'm Gary Risco, and I'll tell you some basic tips to stay safe on the winter roads this season.
I'm Madison Smith, and the Morgantown City Council just approved of a $180 million plan to upgrade the city's water and sewage treatment facilities. Now, how much will your bill go up? Our Emmy Award-winning WVU News starts now.
Bridging the gap between police officers and the community. That's what Morgantown officials are trying to do in conversations with cops. I'm Brooke Chaplin.
And I'm Keith Willis. Water and sewer rates in Morgantown are going up to make sure that the threat of contaminated water goes down.
These stories and more on WVU News, an Emmy Award-winning newscast produced by television journalism students right here at West Virginia University.
The wastewater treatment plant in Star City is over 30 years old, but it was designed to last only 25 years.
In part 2 of our series, Water, a Basic Necessity, reporter Madison Smith is here in the studio to explain how Morgantown is being proactive in keeping the water you drink safe. Madison?
Thanks, Brooke and Keith. The cost of this upgrade is estimated at $180 million. I took a closer look at the new rise in utility rates in Morgantown and what this increase means for you. Morgantown City Council unanimously approved a 33% water rate increase and an 87% sewer rate increase. Officials say this rate hike is necessary to make sure residents continue to have safe drinking water. Earlier this month, the Morgantown City Council, in a joint agreement with the Morgantown Utility Board, approved a project that would upgrade the city's water and sewage treatment plants. The $180 million project would raise city water and sewer bills, but Deputy Mayor Bill Kowecki says a project like this is critical as it increases intake capacity for Morgantown's growing population.
This is just a matter of anticipating what our future needs will be and actually making allowances that will allow us to grow and be economically sound to create an environment that people will want to come to and live in.
Morgantown residents currently pay, on average, just over $34 total for water and sewer, which is just half the state average of $69. Many Morgantown residents are concerned about this increase, but South Park resident Jerry Creamer has lived all over the country and says Morgantown rates are some of the lowest he's seen.
These utility rates for water and sewer are some of the cheapest we've ever had wherever we have lived. And we've lived in Dallas. Golly, we've lived in Elkins here in West Virginia. We've lived a bunch of places, and I have lived a lot of places more than that. So these rates here are some of the cheapest we've ever seen. The rate increase will cause residents' water bills to go up 33% and their sewage bills to go up 87.5%. Even then, residents will be paying about $58, still one of the lowest in the state. Even with the $24 jump, Morgantown will still be one of the 5 lowest rates in West Virginia, still almost $14 under the state average. If approved, the rates would go into effect on July 1st, with construction beginning on October 1st. The new rates will affect nearly 26,000 customers and will go into effect on July 1st of this year. Keith, Brooke, back to you.
Thanks, Madison. The overall attitude towards law enforcement has shifted and changed.
And now, police officers are not always portrayed in a positive way. However, officials here in Morgantown are doing their best to bridge the gap between residents and officers. Reporter Rachel Magnone joins us now in the studio with more. Rachel?
Conversation with Cops gave police officers a chance to sit down with students and residents for an open forum discussion. During the meeting, officials gave community members the chance to ask questions and share their opinions on law enforcement. Here in Morgantown last month, 4,575 crimes were reported. A quiet month for a college town. Law enforcement are doing what they can to bridge the gap between police officers and students by holding open forums like Conversation with Cops.
Yeah, it was a community forum primarily for the WVU students to come out and speak with the law enforcement officers that they encounter in their community daily, and for both of us, the community and the police, to gain more of an understanding of one another.
Studies show that
that the #1 reason crimes go unreported on college campuses is because students think it will do more harm than good. Often when things go wrong, students are intoxicated, but with the recent medical amnesty laws, students can go ahead and report it without the fear of being prosecuted.
I just think right now we're just in a state of turmoil just in the country, and things are getting jumbled up of what's right, what's wrong. It's so much negative images, and this needs to clear it all up so we can move into the future and not have a generation still at war with the police.
With 65 Morgantown police officers serving Mon County, they really want to get the word out that they are here to help residents and students.
I would really just hope that students would realize that the more they cooperate and are just polite and professional and courteous to us, the better we can serve them as members of the community.
With the first public series being so successful, the Morgantown Police Department have scheduled 2 more conversations with cops to be held April 7th and April 14th in the WVU Mountain Lair.
Conversations with Cops is an ongoing multicultural program that seeks to foster positive communication between law enforcement and the community.
Thanks, Rachel. A policy in place since the fall clears the way for students to seek help for classmates who are in distress because of drugs or alcohol. Also, for the past several years, Morgantown police have been the first responders to accidents on campus and at fraternities and sororities. But now, university police will respond instead. Both of these changes came after Nolan Birch, a Kappa Sigma fraternity pledge, was found unconscious inside his frat house. His death led to a temporary halt of all Greek activities on campus. Since then, WVU officials took matters into their own hands by putting an amnesty policy in place. The policy allows students to call the police in an emergency without the fear of getting in trouble with police or WVU, such as underage drinking. 31 states have enacted medical amnesty policies.
A 300,000 square foot development is underway at the University Town Center, and upon its completion, it's expected to bring in more than $900 million in revenue.
And Keith, did you know that these investments will bring up to 8,500 jobs for local residents? Reporter Josh Euler has more on the story.
University Town Center is in the midst of a significant makeover. Development is taking place to shift the main focus of the city to the west side of town. Members of the community are excited for the new and coming developments.
It's going to be kind of convenient to have kind of all of what you need all in one specific general area. That way you don't have to go like to Suncrest or anywhere else. So I think it'll expand the area a lot too.
One of the major factors surrounding the big plan is how the project will be financed. Monongalia County Commissioner Tom Bloom talked about the economical impacts the area will see from the new development.
It'll bring in about 8,000 new jobs. With those jobs, and you have the companies, and then they buy property. So basically, it's a game changer for Monongalia County. Everyone thinks the center is Morgantown. It will now move everything in development out towards the western side and Westover area.
The development also includes a 300,000 square foot retail space as well as a large distribution center behind the Morgantown Mall. Local residents feel that all the changes will profit the area.
Oh, it's definitely going to bring more people up here and benefit the businesses and get them more money and also bring in those businesses that we don't already have in the area.
Plans are also in place to construct a new bridge in order to help reduce traffic problems that the new development may create. Josh Euler, WVU News, Morgantown.
Traffic congestion can contribute to accidents, especially in bad weather. So how do you know if it's safe to hit the highway?
That's right, Keith. But experts say that social media can guide you. Rachel Elkins joins us now from Social Square with the latest in social media and pop culture news. Rachel?
Thanks, Brooke and Keith. Before you winterize your car, download the free app called Winter Survival Kit. It's not fancy, but it's free and worth having if you're planning on driving in the ice and snow. Reporter Garrett Urisco has other tips to keep you safe behind the wheel.
With frigid temperatures and rapid snowfall recently, getting from place to place in Morgantown can be a hassle.
While some students and residents can walk to their destination, over half are forced to get behind the wheel in hazardous conditions.
It was snowing that night, and the snow accumulated on the road, which led the road to be icy and slippery. I got into my car, I lost control of the car, and unfortunately I had another vehicle.
Knowing some basics before you even get on the road, like checking your tire pressure or cleaning off the top of your car, can help make a difference in reaching your destination safely. Studies show that over 28% of car crashes each year in the United States are because of adverse weather like slick roads. Local mechanic Skip Highscale believes a lot of accidents can be avoided just by being aware of your situation.
I think the biggest thing would be if the local police, local authorities say stay off the roads, then I think you need to stay off the roads so they can clear them. However, if you have to get to work, I think go easy.
Another factor that people don't think about are their tires. All-season tires become stiff at about -10 degrees, while winter tires remain flexible until about -40 degrees.
If your tires are slick, it doesn't matter if you have 4 wheels spinning or 2. You aren't getting anywhere and you don't have control. You get a good snow tread on a tire, then you'll go where most people won't go.
With winter season only halfway through, it's not too late to start being safe. Garrett Urisco, WVU News, Morgantown.
You can also check out the Facebook page WV Storm and Traffic for updates on traffic and weather-related road conditions, as well as school closings.
Thanks, Rachel. Some great information to stay safe while driving this winter. Well, there's a new fan favorite on the wrestling team.
Sports reporter Jordan Kramer introduces us to a West Virginia native who's hitting the mat and scoring big.
Every journey starts with a first. How will you go first?
The WVU wrestling team season is nearing an end with their final home meet of the season this Friday at the WVU Coliseum.
And Keith, wrestling for the Gold and Blue can be a special experience. Sports anchor Robbie Devitt is here to tell us more. Robbie?
Wrestling at the 157-pound weight class, Mountaineer fans have watched West Virginia native Dylan Cottrell flourish in the Gold and Blue. But this time last year, Cottrell wasn't even competing. Sports reporter Jordan Kramer got the chance to talk to Cottrell about his return to both wrestling and the Mountain State.
For West Virginia, a junior from Spencer, West Virginia.
They say you can't go home again, but after 2 years at Appalachian State, home is exactly where wrestler Dylan Cottrell wanted to be.
I grew up in a small town, and I kind of wanted to, go somewhere else, go out of the state, see what, I guess what the world or something else had to offer. And I enjoyed my time there, but, it's great to be back.
Coming back for Cottrell didn't come without a price. Due to NCAA transfer rules, he was forced to sit out his sophomore spring semester.
The only really time that I was like, man, I want to be wrestling again was when, NCAAs came around, and being there the year before, and not accomplishing my goals, I was really wanting also to be out there and wrestling myself, so that part was really hard to watch.
Cottrell hasn't wrestled in an NCAA match since 2014, but still weighs in ranked number 15 in the nation for the 157-pound weight class. Though Cottrell was excited about the number 15 ranking, he didn't let that number define his season.
I'm not coming to place 8th or 6th, I want to be on top. I've tried to be a winner my whole life, and that's where I want to be.
Not only is Cottrell wrestling for himself, but he's also representing the university that he grew up cheering for.
It's been embedded in me since I was a kid, and to come up here and Sunday I'm really itching to finally put that singlet on and represent the Flying WV across my chest. That means a lot to me.
Cottrell has made his state proud by leading the team in both takedowns and major decisions. Jordan Kramer, WVU Sports, Morgantown.
Cottrell currently boasts a 24-9 record on the season. Both he and the Mountaineers have only 2 regular season meets left before they travel to Kansas City, Missouri for the Big 12 championships. Brooke and Keith, back to you.
Thanks, Robbie. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of WVU News. You can visit us online at our website.
You can also watch any of our shows on YouTube, and please follow us and our reporters on Twitter. I'm Brooke Chaplin.
And I'm Keith Willis. Thanks for watching WVU News. We'll see you next time.